So many people in my life were dying way too young from cancer. And it wasn't that I was gonna immediately figure out something that would save their lives or even someone else's life in the future. But I just wanted to be the ripple that maybe starts something. It was never going to be just me. It had to be a bigger community. And so we found that community in Jiu-Jitsu. This weekend we are here in Chicago, more specifically Oak Lawn, Illinois, for our 6th annual Tap Cancer Out Chicago BJJ Open. It's our 117th event since 2012. Tap Cancer Out was really born to allow people to be philanthropic and to make a difference, but do it through something that's fun, that they actually like, that they'll do year over year over year. Making Tap Cancer Out that one event they get to fundraise and truly change the world and make a difference. When people register for Tap Cancer Out, they are immediately set up with a fundraising page that's ready to go out of the box. Whether they choose a free fundraising ticket or whether they've paid a registration fee and probably don't intend to fundraise at all. Everyone has a fundraising page. It's up to them if they want to use it or not. If they raise $250 or more, they compete for free, and the more they raise, the more perks they get, all the way up to if you raise $10,000, you're going to go on a Jiu-Jitsu vacation with us. But nevertheless, everybody who comes here is helping our cause in one way or another and is part of the TCO family. Tap Cancer Out is a nonprofit organization, and our beneficiaries span a wide range of efforts within the cancer journey. So it's not just research, but it's also in volunteerism and survivorship. We support Camp Sunshine and First Ascents, which are more experiential efforts. Christopher's Haven in Massachusetts, which provides housing. It's sort of a tapestry of impact is what we call it. So our 10 beneficiaries will get these disbursements at the end of the year. So it's really just a race to hit that number. And in 2024, we've committed $1.5 million to those beneficiaries. After that $870,000 in 2019, the gifts went from 1.2 to 1.3 to 1.5 million. And we have goals down the line for when we hope to be hitting 5 million, when we hope to be hitting 10 million to our beneficiaries. So we are only just beginning. When I first came up with the idea for Tap Cancer Out in 2010, it was because I noticed that I wasn't making a difference in this world. Looking inward into myself to say, like, what are you doing to make this world a better place? What are you doing to help the people in your family that are battling cancer? Like, what can you say that you have done to help them beyond thoughts and prayers, right? So, and I had no answer. And I said, well, I'm not getting out of the seat I'm sitting in right now until I come up with an idea. I'm gonna figure it out. And to even call it an idea is a very loose term. I came up with the name and Jiu-Jitsu and cancer and the name Tap Cancer Out. That was it. There was no structure or framework to what Tap Cancer Out would be. And it took us years to figure out this model of hosting charitable events. I never thought I would be hosting tournaments. It was just this realization that it was never too late to make a difference in this world. And even though I didn't really feel like I had done much up until that point, that was all gonna change from that point on.
He's also the two-time back-to-back top overall fundraiser from Pica Jiu-Jitsu. It is Brian Jones. There he is.
being the top fundraiser is clearly a team sport. So this is not something that any individual can do. It takes a village, if you will. It takes a lot of family help, a lot of friends help, co-workers, things like that, and my teammates helping me train for the event. You know, win, lose, or draw, you know that you're going to end the day, everybody's a winner.
While people are still trying to win their matches and they're still trying to win their medals, it's not the Worlds, it's not the Pans. People understand that they're not going to have any fame or fortune winning a Tap Cancer Out medal, but they might meet some new people that they've never met before, be able to go out there and truly compete in honor of someone that you can't really do at other tournaments. You're kind of always competing for yourself or your team. But this is where you can truly compete for someone else, and maybe that someone else is yourself.
So John, the founder, is my husband and my nephew, which was sort of the inspiration of Tap Cancer Out. And our family was hit really hard with his passing from leukemia. But I think sometimes people feel really helpless when they're dealing either with a family member or somebody that they know that has cancer, and they just don't know what to do. And I think it's a great way to be able to provide that support through somebody through a sport that they love, and be able to just give them that outlet to honor somebody or just give them something to do with their mind.
I have my stories, but everybody has their stories as well. So the great thing about Tap Cancer Out as well is that it gives people the opportunity to tell those stories. We don't bring up our cancer stories at dinner parties. You know, we'll happily talk about work and other things that kind of nobody wants to hear about, but you don't talk about cancer. You don't talk about the people you lost in your life to cancer. You don't even talk about your own personal cancer story. And when I started Tap Cancer Out, I had Jiu-Jitsu teammates that I had trained with for years tell me that they were cancer survivors, and I had no idea, never knew it, because why would we talk about that at Jiu-Jitsu? So it gives people that opportunity to tell these stories, to honor and remember the people in their lives. These events are way more than just medals, for sure, but they're even more than just like the funds that we raise and the impact that we make for our beneficiaries. It's also about the experience of the competitors and the fundraisers themselves, and that opportunity to celebrate the people in their lives. I always think about the future when people look back on Jiu-Jitsu and how it's evolved over the years. Everybody tells the story of Royce Gracie and UFC 1, and I want Tap Cancer Out to be a chapter in that story. And then in 2010, this nonprofit was created, and it turned Jiu-Jitsu into a true driving force for change. And so when people thought about sports and philanthropy, it wasn't just about golf tournaments and runs and walks. Jiu-Jitsu was part of that conversation as well.